Hello YouTubers, my name is X Factor and welcome to your first glimpse at the Battlefield 4 Community Map Project. This is separate from the upcoming DLC, which will have some classic Battlefield maps remastered and reworked Battlefield 4 style. Most of you guys have seen several videos, tweets, posts on Reddit, and of course the forums about your opinions on the Community Map Project, how you want this thing to be molded and changed. And that is not changing because this is the first part of it. This is the Community Scale Project. It's a scale test, and developers need a ton of feedback before they move further. So we're going to take a quick look at the overall layout of the map with the terrain and, of course, some of the features around the flags, because that's the focus here. Map size, distances between flags, rough layout with the terrain. Do not focus on cover. Do not focus what's actually on the flags. Focus on the rocks and the little winding creek beds and, of course, the topography of this, because that is what's going on. And we got a couple Wookiees in here for scale and let you know how quickly they can travel from the spawn and, of course, to the different cap points. And, again, all this cover is just a holding place right now. All these walls and, of course, trees may or may not be moved. And this is something that we talked about in the Community Map Project. What things did you want to have in this map? Well, of course, you're going to see the big waterfall here in a second. So, kind of taking a look at A in reference to C, D, and E. And this is a 5-flag map, which is great because at any point in time, one team is more than likely going to have 3, meaning the other team's going to be on the bleed. The worst thing at Battlefield is when there's 4 flags or 6 flags and it's a 3-3 hold or 2-2 hold, and the only thing bleeding those tickets is when people spawn back in. So as you can see, there's a little deep water there, which may mess up the tank that's on this map. There is no air vehicles on this map as of right now. It's going to be very infantry-centric, and here's the waterfall at B. Again, this is about the cover of the terrain and topography. Do not worry about the lighting or the textures or the lack of cover, whether it's structural or it's a placeholder like a pile of steel or some wood logs. So just like that, they're off the B flag and they're on to C, and this looks pretty epic already. It's kind of got that Bad Company 2 feel. I'll let you name a couple maps that this feels like. The question is, what will the destruction be like? But I really like the feel of this. And of course, there's a major hill on the right. Will this be one of the maps where the developers disable parachuting in from spawn beacons like they have several maps in Battlefield 4? Or will the height of this map be so low that the snipers just simply can't stay up there and camp that C hill? That could be one issue for this specific area. But this ghost town is actually really cool. It'll be interesting to see what kind of changes that they want to make on this flag and, of course, the A and the B. And that's some of the feedback that they're looking for right now. Does part of the map seem off? Too large or too small? Is one flag too far from another? Is there a problem with the layout of the terrain at any given point in this map, or specifically around the cap points? Because in between the cap points is where all the major fighting is going to be, and on those cap points. And then if you have a great idea, if there's something brewing in your head, they want to know that. And there's actually a custom forum for this. I'm going to give you a link down below. And just like that, they're from C to D very quickly on the dirt bikes. And here you see some probably just basic cover that they're going to drastically change. So A, D, and E, once we get to it, really don't have much of a cover. So kind of looking at here, kind of like a log area, logger town, not really much going on. And just like that, we're off to E. Very infantry-centric, one tank, no air. So it'll be interesting to see. This could be one of the great infantry maps of Battlefield 4. It just depends on how you want this thing to change. And just like that, we're on E. Not much going on here. Probably some placeholder cover. So this is your Community Map Project. Again, this is all about the scale, map size, distances between flags, and of course, the rough layouts with terrain. The developers really need your feedback. What do you guys think? I think for rough pass, this is pretty cool. That ghost town could really provide some epic fights. Let's see what they do with the complementing flags, because it's always about the flag in the middle. It's pretty linear, and as you can see, the flight ceiling is very low. So be interesting how this plays out. As always, YouTubers, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you guys soon.